Okay, I believe this is top tip number 6. I'm losing count now. Anyway, another tactical tip. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody coming through the music when it was just some trees banging. Okay, so I'm going to show you something else. Right, I've got another tree. And I've got another bucket. Now I'm going to show you what I use this bucket for. This one is empty. You will also notice that in there I've got some bottles hidden. Now those bottles are used to collect water from some cow troughs, which are about a 10-minute walk away in the local nearby fields. Now the cow troughs are fed by water pipes that run into them. So although it's pretty sort of, I'm sure, it's not drinkable water, put it that way, but it's fine for what I'm going to show you now. So I've got this bucket, which using those bottles, I collect the cow water. And I half fill that bucket, or 3/4 of the way, whatever. Now, I've made this, which is out of live wood, and a little bit of garden twine, and I've made it so it fits in the bottom, like so. Then, what I've got is these big buggers here. I did try to look for some big rocks just in the local area, but would you believe there are coals and everything. You can't find rocks this size around here at all. So I had to nick these from my mother's back garden, believe it or not. I mean, she was a little bit upset about it. She said, please don't leave me too spare. But anyway, I did point out that, I probably need them more than her. So, just to give you a little demonstration, what I do, I'll take one because I've only got one hand free, where I'm holding the phone with the other one. What I do is I pop them in the fire pit and I line them along there. Then I build my fire on top of it, and I'll keep feeding that fire for as long as I possibly can. And then, using some very thick gloves, I will pick them up and plop them in here. Now you see why I've got that grill there, because if I stick them straight on the bottom, I have there's a good chance I could melt the bottom of the plastic. But what happens is these drop in and they heat up the water. Now you need about 3 or 4 of them to get a good hot water. And then what I do is I stuff my clothes in there, leave them to soak overnight. Good pummeling here and there, and sorry, it's just the trees. Good pummeling here and there, and then in the morning I will, even if it's just cold water, I don't know, empty it out, rinse them out with some cold water, wring them out, and just hang in them. Okay, so as I have a path really close, I hang them a little bit of a distance away from camp, and closer to the main road. So I take a little walk with my wet clothes, and I'll hang them on this tree here, on this branch here, and this little area, as you can see, is a lot further away from the path. Now I have considered camping in this little area, but there's a lot of dangerous trees around here. So, and also I'm so close to the road that all I can hear is the road, and I'm out here so I can hear the animals at night and in the morning. I don't like waking up to traffic, So I prefer to be closer to the path and risk being rumbled than in the traffic. That's not a nice way to wake up, especially as rush hour and all that. No, thank you. I mean, I still hear it a bit from over here, but not as bad. So, minimalism and washing. Okay, so there's no excuse for being a dirty bugger. You can do it. Just takes a little bit of effort. But hey, what else have you got to do out here? You're not working, you're not a slave. You're only pleasing yourself, I'm taking care of my own needs. And I tell you what, it's a relief to not have to rely on other people. Like I used to rely on people for me washing, and you know, begging and borrowing washing machines and soap powder and electricity. Oh, it's just shameful. You know, if you want to, you know, I kind of kept thinking to myself, well, hang on a minute, I'm supposed to be a wild woman. I need to get a bloody grip on this. I mean, okay, you can't sit there in brooks and rivers washing your clothes. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You know, I'm pretty sure people are going to say something. But in this situation, you know, I've got a bucket. I'm going to use it. You know, found some stones, rocks rather, from my mum's garden. Love her. She was a bit upset, but you know, she's all right with it, really. I think she thinks that this is just a phase and I'm going to get over it at some point. She's got a rude awakening. Anyway, so yeah, that was number 6.